Hey, this is Hayden, and in this quick video, I want to talk about the ultimate ninja strategy for generating player signups using Twitter. So, the goal of this strategy is to use technology and automation to drive as many sports fans as possible to your Twitter profile and expose them to your game download link with the minimum time, minimum fuss, and most importantly, the minimum cost. Now, if we scoot across to the right here, you'll see this is a Twitter profile. Now, what I've done here is I've called him Ricky Johnson. He's a Steelers fan, Pittsburgh Steelers. So, and this is the blurb that I've written up for him. I love the Steelers. If you love them too, check out this free mobile sports app. And you can play live during a hashtag Steelers game. And there is my link. Now, this link here, it's not live right now, but that will go right through to the direct link that the game gives us for the person to go to the Google App Store, the Google Play Store, or the App Store. So we won't be messing with lead capture forms. We just want players to sign up straight off this profile. Okay, and then this area here is where your location is, and then once again, this is the designated area where you should put your link, but this is a little trick that it's vital that you put the link in this blurb area here. Okay, and I'm going to show you why a little later on. So moving on, I want you to imagine exposing nearly 5,000 sports fans per month to your game download link totally hands-free. Now look, note this is just for one Twitter account, and it's for the month of September 2016. And I managed to have virtually 5,000 profile visits. So that's 5,000 visits of this here during the month of September. Now, I want you to imagine if only 0.5% of these sports fans who made the effort to visit the Twitter profile then downloaded the app. They clicked on the link and they downloaded the app. So using those numbers there, that would equate to 25 new players for the month. And then as the game app is supposed to be very, very viral, I want you also to mention that they then went and shared it with 5 other people. And so that would equate to 125 new members that stemmed from those. So as you can see, that's a very, very powerful strategy. And once again, the keywords are it's virtually hands-free. So why do you need to use a strategy like this to acquire game players? Well, firstly, you and I are very busy, and once the strategy is set up, it's going to work around the clock to get your players with the minimum hassle and the minimum time involvement. You see, because once, well, maybe this is for most people, but once you've got your kids, your family, and friends to download the game app, realistically, what other strategies do you have in place to acquire players that you will consistently do day in and day out to build your income? Now, most of us do not have the time to, hang out at the pub or to, rush down, stand outside the stadium or to hand out flyers. Well, even if you didn't do that, you will know that the strategy is working for you around the clock anyway. And even if you do that stuff, this supplements whatever you're doing. And also, you might have team members that absolutely will not go out and talk to other people face to face. Maybe they've got some weird fear or whatever. Well, you can plug them into a strategy like this and know that they're building your business for you. The second factor is there's virtually no competition. You're not going to find anyone else using this strategy. No one else teaches it. I know that for a fact. I developed it. And not 1 in 1,000, even the most professional marketers, will even know how to do this stuff. And also, you're going to find that most people know very little about Twitter. A lot of people are scared of Twitter, and in general, and maybe even you're one of those people. You've never dived into Twitter. And certainly, most people are going to have no system or technology in place to market effectively to the 500 million people who use Twitter on virtually a day-to-day basis. So, but you're not going to be one of those people. So now that you know me and what I do, you're going to be one of the few people that do have a system, and you're going to have access to some very, very powerful time-saving technology. Thirdly, this strategy is very, very, very scalable. So if you can get thousands of exposures to your game download link with just one Twitter account that's dedicated to an NFL team, for example, imagine if you had a Twitter account for every NFL team, and then as the game app rolled out the various other sports, imagine having a Twitter account for every English Premier League football team. Imagine having a Twitter account for every NBA team, every NHL team, every Super Rugby team, and then every IPL cricket team, and of course every other sport that's rolled out, and every tennis player, everything out there. Imagine that. Imagine the possibilities. You could have thousands of views of that profile and have thousands of exposures to that game download link, virtually hands-free. So how are you going to get eyeballs on your Twitter profiles? So this, once again, this is Ricky's profile, and as you can see in this example, it features this thing here, Ninja Game App. And once again, as I said before, this is going to redirect through to the game download link, and we're going to get traffic, we're going to get eyeballs on this two ways. And the first way is we're going to follow other Steelers fans. Ricky's a Steelers fan, and we want to create some sort of rapport with other fans, get them to know, like, and trust us. So we're going to follow other Steelers fans. And so it's what's going to, and so I'm going to explain this a little bit deeper on, but that's the first way. Secondly, we're going to be tweeting Steelers related content around the clock, and we're going to be utilizing very heavily the Steelers hashtag here. And also this is going to be done totally hands-free as well. So as I pointed out, the first way is we're going to get traffic to your game download link by following sports fans. In Ricky's case, it'll be the Steelers in Twitter, and we're going to use technology to follow these people. And we're going to I can teach you how to do it either manually or fully automatically. And what's going to happen? This is vital. I want you to really understand this is that when you follow, for example, another Steelers fan, they're going to get a notification saying that you followed them. And quite often this notification will go through to the email as well. Now, in the past, for some of the other things I've done, I've had people join me and I've quizzed them. I said, look, hey, how did you find me? And they said, oh, I joined from one of your emails. And I said, well, that's very strange because I never, ever email somebody. And so upon investigation, they said to me, actually, we signed up through a notification that we got from Twitter when you followed us. So that's how powerful this can be. Now, once you do follow them, this is what a notification is going to look like. So this is my name, but I want you to imagine this is your name. You followed them, and they've got a notification saying you followed them. So they want to know who you are before they follow you back. You know, they want to know you're not some ex-murderer or whatever, or some drug addict or whatever. So what they're going to do is they're going to hover over your name, and then up pops this avatar here, or this profile, sorry. And this information here is what we showed you before. So it'll be a blurb, you posing as the team fan with the link through to the game download link. All right, so this is going to appear every time you follow somebody. All right, imagine the power of that. So if you follow 100 people a day, 200 people a day, if you've got multiple Twitter accounts going, you could be following thousands of people every single day. And a certain percentage of those people are going to hover over your name to see who you are and be exposed to your game download link. So as I pointed out, yes, the mere process of following targeted sports fans, people that are targeted to the team that you're following, you have the opportunity to acquire players. And Sage has some very powerful tools in place for you to find and follow those sports team fans in Twitter very quickly. And like I said, you can do it either manually, or if that doesn't float your boat, you can have us do it for you. And just to recap, I want you to burn this into your brain. Every single time you follow a fan, it is an opportunity for you to acquire a player. All right? Secondly, you can get traffic to your game download link by tweeting relevant content often. You see, when you consistently post content or tweet content, even if it's never read or the links are never clicked on, what it does do is it keeps your name and your avatar constantly in your Twitter feed. And remember, the Twitter feed that you're developing are predominantly sports fans for the sport that you are posing as a fan for. So in Ricky's case, he's a Steelers fan, and he's following Steelers fans, so his Twitter feed will predominantly be Steelers fans. So if he's sending out Steelers related content and his name's always showing up in the feed, it's like a commercial showing up on television all the time. When they hover over your name, up pops your profile, and it gives them exposure to your game download link. All right. So with Stage, we're going to give you the tools and the strategies to schedule content to be tweeted for you automatically. so that you will have sports fans' eyeballs directed to your Twitter profile and hence your game link around the clock, totally hands-free. So, just to recap, this simple but extremely powerful player acquisition strategy. Firstly, what you're going to do is you're going to set up a team fan Twitter account / accounts. You're going to have a compelling profile that includes that blurb or the call to action with your game download link. Then what you're going to do is you're going to drive eyeballs to that profile by firstly following those team's fans. And I'm going to show you how to do it either manually or you can have my team do it for you. Secondly, you're going to consistently be posting or tweeting relevant content. And I'm going to give you the strategies to do that either manually or once again, you can have it done totally hands-free. So I hope that excites you. I hope you can see the possibility there, and hopefully you come on board with this and explode your business.